an animal that you should leave a carrot out for.
Is it a reindeer?
Oh, no.
Is it a spooky garden owl?
It is a spooky garden owl. No.
It's not a rabbit, is it a hedgehog?
Did you say rabbit?
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog, no.
Should he have said rabbit?
Is it rabbit?
So, bad news for children who leave carrots out for Rudolph. Reindeers find it hard to eat carrots. They don't have incisor teeth on the upper jaw, so they never evolved to eat them because it's not a foodstuff they would find in the wild at all.
Have you heard about the carrot swindle? Do you know about the carrot swindle?
How about the carrot swindle?
When you go to your self-serve checkout, everything you put on for whey, you just press carrots.
Really?
Yeah.
What, so you'd be like buying an anvil and you'd press carrot?
Yeah, so you put down... What's an expensive vegetable?
Prosecco.
So are you putting everything through as carrots?
I'm not doing it, Josh. I'm a very honest customer.
Where did you learn this?
From a reindeer.
No, it's because what they found, the supermarkets, the reason they started to become suspicious was because they were selling millions of tons of carrot and thousands and thousands of bottles of Prosecco were being stolen.
Wow.
And they started to watch people, and sure enough, people just putting all their washing on the thing, pressing carrots and putting it in.
All their washing?
People are putting all their shopping on the thing, pressing carrots. Again, they've got 6 bags, they paid 12 quid.
Theft from self-service tills has doubled in the last 4 years, so you should not put this information out.
I'm doing it for Sainsbury's.
Yeah. Yes.
But, Alan, when you put your washing on, what should you press?
Why should we not give carrots to rabbits? What's the reason for that?
Oh.
It's just not good for them.
Yeah.
Greens are the best thing.
You're absolutely right. Wild rabbits don't eat root vegetables in any way, or fruit at all. Too much sugar, not good for you, causes tooth decay. Best diet for pet rabbits is hay, supplemented with some dark vegetables, but certainly not carrots. Let me show you the world's biggest rabbit. This is Darius, owned by Annette Edward. There it is. Yeah.
He is not happy about being picked up there, is he?
Bill Bailey's got 2 of those, and he told me that his was the biggest rabbit in the world.
Well, apparently this one measures 4 foot 4 inches from nose to tail. Costs her over £2,000 a year in food bills.
We're going to have a rabbit off with Bill and this.
That is brilliant.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, that's nearly as tall as me. Mind you, a lot of things.
I know, but you just want that to be in the garden when a cat comes over trying to bully it.
The unrealistic thing about the Father Christmas story is that reindeer don't actually eat carrots.
When I took my husband home for our first Christmas together, I got so self-conscious about all the things that my family do at Christmas.
What do you do that's so...
Well, we have a set of bells that we sit round... We each have a different... Everybody... OK, we've got a set of bells.
Yeah.
There's 8 bells.
8
Right,
bells.
how many of you?
Full octave.
Well, there's only 4 of us in my family.
Oh, 2 bells each?
Yeah.
OK.
But then now my husband's joined.
Oh, no!
Yeah. No, that's good. That's another person, yeah.
Right.
That's another person. I'm glad you recognise him as such.
In about 1987, my mum wrote out loads of Christmas songs on sort of boards with all the bell numbers.
Right.
And we just do that for about 2 or 3 days.
We had a similar thing. What Mum and Dad's friends would all come over, like Sri Lankan friends. They would get drunk and then they would turn over, like, bins and stuff like that and then start banging on them and singing, like, old traditional Sri Lankan songs.
Is that true, Shanti? Is that true?
Yes, it's very true.
It's true.
You know,
Checking everything you say, Ramesh. Yeah.
Confirmation, please. Keep from hell. Can we have confirmation that he's telling the truth?
got this horrible, judgmental Wikipedia sitting over.
Checking all your gags.
Yeah, well, that's true, Sandy. Don't worry, you can carry on with the anecdote. Off you go.
Someone from Holly's family going, there's a load of shit about the bells. There are 16 bells, you lying cow.
So, like, they would get, like, buckets and turn them over and then just, like, my dad would just be... like that for, like, hours.
Do you 2 live anywhere near each other?
Linked up, done a little tour, coffee and cream on the road. But then, one Christmas we did that, and then the next morning we took the blanket off the budgie cage and they were dead.
deaf?
No, they just didn't like Sri Lankan music.
I think your mum thinks that's not true. I've never had a budgie!
Just really racist budgies.
How can a Christmas tree get you into trouble?
Grass you up.
Very good.
Falling needles.
Falling needles
and
can be nasty.
a disposal.
Drying out, and the chances of fire would
falling over and giving an elderly relative brain damage.
You do know this. We're talking about the once beloved institution, the giant, magnificent cultural gift to the world that is the BBC.
Oh.
And the BBC now, of course, is so open that you can literally look up everyone who works for it and see how much their salary is. In the old days, they, of course, all had a personnel file, and there was a figure from another institution, far more sinister even than the BBC.
Broadmoor.
Not Broadmoor. MI5 is the right answer.
Right.
And if they thought anyone who worked for the BBC was...
gay.
Communist.
Dodgy, communist, subversive...
They would ask them to join immediately.
There would be a symbol put onto their personnel file.
Really?
Which resembled a Christmas tree.
That's if you were
It would look
dodgy.
like that.
Oh.
And
Oh, no.
the reason people thought it might be a Christmas tree was... Do you know what the German for Christmas tree is?
Tannenbaum.
Do you know the tune of the song,
Oh,
Tannenbaum?
Tannenbaum, oh, Tannenbaum, deine Baum...
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. A Christmas tree, which is also the tune to... Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer,
We'll keep the red flag flying.
The red flag, exactly. And people thought, yes, power to the people.
Can I just do my version of the red flag?
Yeah, go on.
Neil Kinnock's hair is deepest red, though most of it's not on his head.
You would have laughed.
Did it mean that you were suspected communist?
It isn't actually the reason that it's the Tannenbaum red flag. It's just a pure coincidence. People thought it looked like a Christmas tree, called it the Christmas tree, but the two arrows, it's actually just two arrows, mean refer upstairs. So if anyone was thought to, for promotion, and you saw their personnel file, you'd have to go up to a senior person and say, this person... And the last person...
up for promotion.
Anna Ford had one of those on her, the newsreader then.
Blimey.
Yeah, and it was because she'd once, had as a boyfriend a communist. Which, Jesus, in a free society.
And they allowed on the television.
I know. Well, there you go. The BBC used Christmas trees to keep lefties off the telly. The practice stopped in 1985, and sure enough, they're everywhere. Yeah.
Let me take you back now to your childhood and innocence. You remember all those white Christmases?
Right.
No?
OK. I remember one.
Yeah.
1971.
1970, the January was 71.
There you go.
Christmas
Bang.
itself, 1970. Had you said yes, I would buzz you, because you don't remember any, because you're from the southeast. You might remember a few more, because South Shields has had more. We've actually tried to work out how many white Christmases you've had. We think you might have had them when you were 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 9.
Wow.
Which is actually quite a lot.
That is quite a lot.
Because in the whole of the 20th century, if you lived in London or the southeast, there were only 4 white Christmases. I know. It is extraordinary. And they were in 1927, 1938, 1970 and 1981. As we know, in the 21st century, we've had a few. But what's important about this is that in the early part of the 19th century, around about 1812 to 1820, there were 8 in a row.
Oh.
Now, why was that important to our culture?
Is that when the song was written?
No. No. A certain child was born in 1812. We were
Jesus.
Norman, you really do need a little bit of a religious education. This was an author, a writer, who created the idea...
Charles Dickens.
Okay, Dickens. Charles Dickens. For the first 8 years of his life, it always snowed on Christmas Day. And so whenever he mentions Christmas, not just in A Christmas Carol, but in several other novels, it's always snowing. And this helps the myth in British culture of a snowy Christmas. He also lived at a time known as the Little Ice Age. You know this, I'm sure you've seen paintings of fairs on the River Thames.
Yeah.
There were times when the River Thames froze so solidly, they would have fairs, not just fairs, they'd have bonfires on the ice.
Those crazy cockneys.
Yes. They could guarantee...
Light a fire up.
Yeah.
It's freezing. Let's light a fire on the river on the ice. What could possibly go wrong?
But the odd thing is, nothing did go wrong because it was so thick, the ice. The last Frost Fair, as they were called, was in 1813-14 on the frozen River Thames.
Wow.
But anyway, this century we've had more White Christmases, as we know, but only 4 in the entire 20th century, and only 2 in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
More in Scotland. I'm really being very metrocentric here, and I apologise for that. But that's just the fact of the matter.
Now, it's time to wrap our presents in the Great QI Wrapping Race. OK, so under your respective desks, you're going to find paper and scissors and tape, and I would like you to beautifully wrap the things you've got. So, Ramesh, you need to wrap the game that we've got there for you, and if you could find the best way... Yours, there we are, that's lovely. And what have you guys got to wrap up? Lovely. So, what do we reckon? Best way to wrap these things up?
Are you going to say ready, steady, go?
Ready, steady, go. Whoever does it best. Wow, Jason, that's... yeah. That's good.
I think I've finished, Andy.
OK, let me see. Alan is the winner, I think. OK. So, awkward items. What you need is a life hack, OK, to wrap something awkward. So I've got here a small American football and a single piece of paper. And what you actually do, and you could have done it with any of your items, is you take your paper and you fold it like this, and then put some tape down in the middle like this, and then you're going to fold the piece of paper like this and fold it in, and then put some sellotape on that like this.
This is like Blue Peter, isn't it?
It's a really brilliant way to wrap an awkward thing. It is basically a bag with a gusset that you can make out of a single piece of paper, and you make it like that, and you stick your awkward thing inside, and you have a very...
Oh, my God!
Who is that there on the screen?
Tony Robinson.
And there is a Tony Robinson, Baldrick, who's about to come on. But in the First World War, as you probably know, and we've covered before, there was a Christmas football truce.
Yes.
But what happened later, in 1915, was that because football had been banned at Christmas Day, a soldier smuggled into the trench a football. It was deflated so that no one would spot it, and then he blew it up before the Battle of Loos. And in the morning, when the whistle blew to commence the offensive, he threw it out of the trench, shouting, "Play up, London Irish," because it was from the London Irish Regiment, which I'm sure you'll be aware of.
Yeah, and great regiment.
And they found the football when they got to the German trench. They kept it, and it so happens a member of that London Irish happens to be called Tony Robinson, and is therefore always called Baldrick by his fellow, and he has brought that football along today.
Wow.
Christmas came out. Darling, take that man's name and address.
When they said
this really is Tony the football.
It is indeed just the football.
And where is it kept?
It's kept in the museum, which is now down in Camberwell at the London Irish Rifles.
Is it called the London Irish Regiment or the London Regiment?
We're D Company London Irish Rifles of the London Regiment.
Right, D Company. And it's still an active regiment in the British Army, and we have some of your fellow soldiers over here. If you'd like to stand up, here they are. Fabulous to see you boys. They're all recently back from Helmand province in Afghanistan.
This is a very historic year for Irish soldiers.
Tell me why.
Well, last May, all Irish soldiers who deserted the Irish Army...
have been...
I haven't finished
sorry,
All soldiers who deserted the Irish Army in both First World War and Second World War periods and joined the British Army to fight for the British Army were granted a pardon.
That is extraordinary, isn't it?
Well, it's too late now, they're dead.
Almost all of them are dead, but it was true, wasn't it, that if you were Irish and anti-fascist, say,
yes,
and you wanted to fight for the Allies against Germany, and so you joined the British Army, it was considered by the Irish government that you were a traitor.
Correct.
You got no pension, you couldn't work for the government.
No. And you could barely go home.
And yeah, indeed. But thank you very much, and please sit down. Members of D Company, thank you so much. Anyway, Baldrick.
Sir.
I've never seen you looking better.
I did.
You're still an absolute disaster of a human being. Thank you so much for bringing me lunch. I'm not very hungry. You can take it away.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. Wonderful. Tony Robinson. So, yeah, that football you've just seen was kicked right across no man's land by rifleman Frank Edwards and the London Irish in 1915.
What does the Queen do after Christmas lunch?
As a
That's what everyone else does during the Queen's speech.
Do they?
They go for a walk. They go to church.
No, they go to church in the morning, definitely, St Mary Magdalene in Sandringham. But they've furnished us with remarkable details, I have to say, the royal family.
Does that mean that somebody from the office is going to be tuning in to see how these details were handled?
Yes.
And are likely to be thrilled at the sensitive way in which the Queen's Christmas Day has been described?
So far, that's why I've been wriggling slightly. But just to get it out of the way, the answer is she goes into the saloon and watches herself on television. On Christmas Eve, right, they gather in the White Drawing Room at Sandringham around a 20-foot Christmas tree cut from the Sandringham estate. And I want to add here, at the risk of being booed, that I get my tree from the Sandringham estate. It's decorated by the Queen herself.
What, your tree?
My tree, no.
Does she come round to do it? I bet you send her out in the garden. No, do it out in the garden.
At 5 p.m, the whole family has a cup of Earl Grey, except the Queen, who has her own Indian blend.
Is it Twinings?
I hope so. This is turning into a massive embarrassment all round. They have sandwiches, cakes and scones. At 6 p.m, they open presents. This is Christmas Eve, remember. Why do they open presents on Christmas Eve?
Because they're all f***ing mad.
No, because they're all f***ing German. It's a German tradition. Well, there you are. The Queen gives the signal. They give each other practical presents, it turns out. The Queen is said to have been delighted...
With a gun.
Oh, that's bloody brilliant! No, with a casserole dish and a gift-wrapped washing-up apron.
I think it's one of those ones with tits on it.
After dinner, after Christmas Eve dinner, the Queen and the other female royals leave the room with the corgis. Prince Philip then serves port... Prince Philip then serves port or brandy to the male members of the royal family.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right, well, that's tradition. It's tradition.
They're now wearing only loincloth.
Exactly. If I told you this about an Aboriginal tribe, you'd say, oh, how interesting. So it's just it's tribal behaviour, that's all. It's interesting, I think. They get stockings on Christmas morning.
Prince Philip gets stockings. No. Like serving the brandy.
No, this is next morning. They all have at the foot of their bed.
He wears them all night.
The family pulls crackers, but the Queen refuses to wear her paper party hat. And then at 3 p.m, they go to the saloon to watch me on Christmas Day. We love them all and we wish them well at this Christmas time.
What's the least imaginative present that you could think of?
Oh,
Yes,
well, it's got to be the gift voucher, hasn't it?
Yes.
The gift voucher is, I mean, it's heroically bad. It's walking into a shop and going, yeah, I've got some money here, could I exchange this for... This works everywhere. Could it just work in this one shop? But could it just be for a limited time period with some terms and conditions, but worth the same amount? Could I make this universally acceptable thing useless?
Well, without wishing to insult your country, it is the #1 present that women want in America is a gift card. Are you ashamed of your people?
I'm humiliated for Americans every week.
So who invented the gift card? Because it is a terrible idea. If you try and sell it to someone as an idea going, well, look, take the money...
It isn't clever. It's $30 billion a year in America. $30 billion industry.
And how much of that is actually spent? Because I've got some Woolies vouchers at home.
I'll tell you. In America, only 75%. About a quarter is never redeemed because the recipient forgets or the time period elapses before they get to the shop to redeem it.
Period. You know, like money doesn't have.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. I know. It's
Idiots.
astonishing.
I've got one at home, I can't find it.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's for a day driving around Brands Hatch or something.
Oh, well, no, that is
That's
fun.
really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's probably expired.
I got one that was an hour in a helicopter. That was it, just an hour. There was no measure of a pilot or whether it would take you anywhere or whether it would even go off the ground. You just sit in a helicopter.
Someone outside.
Ouch! Come on, that's your line. I never redeemed it. It was a shame.
What were the first gift certificates?
Book tokens.
Book tokens, right answer. And they were in 1932 by a man called Raymond, who was a publisher, who was rather disappointed to see one Christmas, when he saw all these presents amongst his friends and family, only 3 were books. And he realised the reason was that people were not confident about giving books because they couldn't be sure that the recipient would like that book. So he thought, why not just give them something that is good for any book they like, which is what a gift book token is. So there we are, that's them.
As we're in the Christmas spirit, let's have a little sing-song. What's everybody's favourite bit in that traditional song, the 12 Days of Christmas? Which is your favourite bit?
Lord's Leaping.
For me, it's the gold rings. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
5 gold rings.
What his favourite?
He's leading the witness.
I asked what his... I asked what his favourite bit was in the traditional English song, and it's not traditional, it's a recent addition. There's a man called Austin who wrote that arrangement in which it went 5 gold rings, and that bit alone is copyright and belongs to Novello, and you pay for.
All right, so we've just blown the BBC's budget.
The whole BBC. It's a bit like Happy Birthday to You. You can't sing or whatever in films, or at least if you do, you have to pay enormous royalties because the lyrics are still not in public domain.
I was told at school that it was code. It was supposed to be an aide-memoire to something.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Well, there are these games you can play that are like, in my trunk I'm going to pack, and the first person says a pair of swimming trunks, and the second one has a pair of swimming trunks and a book. So it's that thing, it's a memory thing. There's a version I play called Christopher Biggins Has Up His Bottom Tonight, and you have to remember the person. You go, Christopher Biggins has up his bottom tonight, and you go, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the next person says, Christopher Biggins has up his bottom tonight, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it has to begin with the last letter of Schwarzenegger. And...
Rodney Bewes.
Rodney Bewes, exactly. Christopher Biggins has up his bottom tonight, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rodney Bewes, and then the next person goes, Christopher Biggins has his bottom tonight.
Steve Davis, the snooker player.
Brilliant! And you go on until you can't remember, and you get a huge
Simon
list.
Sharma.
You usually find that Christopher...
Anthony Andrews.
Christopher is astoundingly accommodating. That's the great thing about the game. And it goes on. It's a fun party game. I can't recommend it.
Is this why he was made King of the Jungle? With this particular skill?
Well, the fact is, the song 12 Days of Christmas is a traditional, non-copyright song, with the exception of 5 Gold Rings, which was added by Frederick Austin and is owned by Novello and Company Limited.
Where does Santa Claus come from?
From St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas.
Yes, what place?
The Bohemia, Czechoslovakia. No?
Not quite. No.
God.
Any thoughts?
Russia.
No.
He's an Aborigine.
No. Woking. No.
Lapland.
Bavaria.
Did you say Lapland? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear, oh.
And I just saw North Pole.
Yes, so you're not going to say that, are you? No.
Syria.
Turkey. Yes!
Quite
Bingo!
right.
Turkey, yes.
And that was real Santa Claus, St. Nicholas.
Happy Christmas!
Yeah, but he was...
Tzatziki, vijf leaves.
Sinterklaas, as they call him in the Netherlands. Yeah, Sinterklaas is aangekomt, is their little song. I'll give you some points if you can tell me where precisely our modern view, as it is, of Father Christmas comes from.
Does it derive from the Gemütlichkeit culture of that Prince Albert brought to Britain in the 1840s?
Again, you're just chiming with the thought that fills the room, but no.
Yes.
No. It's... No, the Schleswig-Holstein Gemütlichkeit culture is not an issue here. It is a very extraordinary thing. I want to take you to the year 1822.
Oh, when Schubert wrote the Unfinished Symphony.
Something else happened. A poem was written, which absolutely gave us, for the first time ever printed or ever recorded, as far as we know, the idea of the white beard, the red coat, the stockings, the chimney, the presents on Christmas Eve, the whole thing. Americans still quote it every Christmas time.
It was the night before Christmas.
It was the night before Christmas. Clement Clark Moore, who was a professor of Hebrew. The poem was called A Visit from St. Nicholas.
Off his face on Laudanum, just sitting there. A big fat man with a beard and a red coat. This is fantastic. And he's got a sack full of gripples. No.
Where do the Christmas celebrations always end up in a fist fight?
My house.
Is it a fighting household, Danny?
It's the only day of the year where you can start drinking at breakfast, isn't it? Like without...
Unless you're from Denmark, in which case, hey...
Every time of year there's an intervention, but Christmas Day you're like, come on!
Yeah.
Let's have a bit of Baileys on your cornflakes or whatever.
See, it's funny, because the Danes don't really have a tradition of that kind of fighting at Christmas. What we do is we do silent resentment. It's much more Nordic.
My brother and I are both married to white women. And at Christmas, my mum will invite us all round and then she'll do 2 dinners, like a roast and a curry. And it just looks like we're encouraging racial segregation at Christmas.
Well, I'm going to find out if that's true, because your mum's here in the audience. Shanti, hello, welcome to the show. Is there fighting at the holiday season? Is there fighting?
They do. They do fight.
Yeah.
They do fight, yeah, both of it.
Well, my mum is... it's lovely to have you here, Mum. But she has encouraged my brother and I to both have very low self-esteem. That's contributed to it.
Well, there is a place in the world where people fight on Christmas Day, and they do it on purpose. In Peru, a town called Santo Tomas. It's high up in the Peruvian Andes, 12,000 feet above sea level, and they have a tradition which is called Takanakui, and it happens on the 25th of December every year. People dress up in costumes, and then they have fist fights, and they take place between every kind of participant, between the young and the old, men and women, rich, poor, sober, quite a lot of drunk people. And the idea is they're settling all their differences that have occurred during the course of the year. And it can be anything. It could be a property dispute, it could be a spilled beer, it could be a stolen partner or sheep or whatever.
There's a cultural sort of outreach thing in Crawley where we sort of celebrate that as well. It's called Weatherspoons.
Is it legally binding?
Yes, it is legally binding.
Right.
Whoever wins, whatever the dispute was, that's it, they have to settle
So they
it.
do this on Christmas Day, but what do they do on Boxing Day?
It's good to have an element of panto in the
I'll
show,
tell
which
you.
I like.
He's behind you. We got your career.
But the reason why we have family fights at Christmas, it's what's known as hyper-co-presence. The idea is that we're forced to spend long periods of time with people that we don't want to, and it's what Sigmund Freud called the narcissism of small differences.
We just have our own family Christmas now with just me and Katie and the 3 kids, and that is brilliant.
I thought my children, when they grew up, would go away, and what they've done is gone away and brought back other people I don't know. What's the worst thing about Christmas lights?
Oh, they get terribly tangled up,
They do.
don't they?
The worst thing I've encountered about Christmas lights is they get in the way of the remote control.
They do interfere with your Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Do they? Yeah, the microwaves which come from your Wi-Fi router are quite weak and they can get blocked by stronger signals, and indeed the Christmas lights would be a stronger signal.
The man across the road from me changes my channel on my television.
You must ask him not to sit next to you.
No. He sits across the road and he changes my channel.
Oh, what's in that shite?
And he goes...
Highland Games for you.
How small is this road that you can see each other so easily?
You live in a little model village.
I know. Susan Calman from Toy Town.
Stop turning me telly on me, you bastard!
No, you forgot to open the little curtains.
It is the Wi-Fi, but it's not the first thing on the list. Its environmental cost is the real thing. It's incredible. So the US Energy Department, they did a study in 2008, and over the whole of the United States, a staggering 6.63 billion kilowatt hours of electricity use. So that is twice as much electricity as Cambodia uses in a year. Just for the Christmas lights.
Very dark there, though, isn't it?
Oh, Cambodia. Well, it's also more than the annual use in lots of countries. Ethiopia, El Salvador, Tanzania...
I don't like it, really.
Don't like
People
what?
go a bit overboard, don't they?
Oh, when they do the whole house, that makes me crazy.
What I don't mind is a moving reindeer.
Yeah.
Never mind that. So you work on that impression all year, and then you can bring it out at Christmas. What's it? Moving reindeer! Every year.
Christmas lights also responsible for a great many injuries. So people...
Tripping up,
oh,
burning.
my goodness, yeah.
I mean, he's gone the wrong side up a ladder. Only got himself to blame. This has nothing to do with the light. He's looked at the manual and just got it the wrong way around. This ladder's shit!
I like that ladder impersonation. That could double as a reindeer doing backstroke. That's very good.
I can't wait till next year on BBC Two, Alan Davis's Christmas impersonation.
So lots of people injured putting up Christmas lights. The average victim is a 55-year-old man.
Well...
Is he the one that lives across from Susan?
Now, why is Santa off the rich list?
Or Santa. Cutbacks.
That might be
Austerity drive.
Austerity drive.
Only works one day a year.
Only works one day a year.
Has he developed
He used to be
conscience?
on the rich list. He used to be on it until 2006. Forbes magazine famously invented virtually the idea of a rich list.
Is there some...
Yes, young Brendan.
Is it because he may not be real?
So that can't be right.
Don't worry, back you go.
Oh, little soul.
Forbes magazine genuinely publishes a fictional rich list. And Santa Claus used to be on it because they reckon he must be infinitely rich because he is able to distribute presents every year to all the children of the world, they said. I don't believe he does. I don't know why...
Richie Rich?
That's Richie Rich, of course. Scrooge, I guess, on the left. Father Christmas himself in the...
The late Bernard Manning on the right.
Can you name... I've got the top 5. Name any in the top 5 that you imagine might be on the
Real
rich list.
people or
No,
imaginary
fictional, that's the
ones?
point.
Scrooge McDuck.
No, but number 2 is the enemy of Scrooge McDuck. Good one. Flintheart Glomgold is his name. Flintheart Glomgold. Yeah. And number 1 played Benedict Cumberbatch, the richest fictional creature in the world, Human or they now in the audience? Smaug. Smaug with the dragon in The Hobbit. $62 billion worth of gold he sits upon until, of course, well, I'm not going to tell you the ending because I haven't seen it.
Don't spoil it.
But why is Santa taken off? Because surely he must be really rich to give everyone a present.
It's a very simple reason.
Tax evasion.
Not tax evasion. It's the usual answer. Because it's a fictional
And he's
list,
real.
And Santa is
Santa
real.
is real.
Decided that. So there you go. Good result, Santa. Did American insurance companies try to ban in the year 1908? Johnny Donovan.
I was given this thought earlier by something that Phil said, actually, and I think I've got this one, actually.
Yeah.
They banned the placing of dimes, not sixpences, in Christmas puddings because too many people were choking on them.
No, it's an intelligent answer, and it had, oddly, nothing to do with Wagner, again, but it's not right. It's not right. No, it's not right. It's not right.
Did you know that the first ever life insurance policy was taken out, and I think in about 1863, and a man called, was it Stanley Gibbons? No, he's the stamp bloke.
Yes.
Anyway, it's called Gibbons.
Right.
And he insured his life for £383 or something for a year. And he died 4 weeks short of the year. So his family turned up to claim the first ever life insurance policy. And the underwriters, there were 16 underwriters, they all got together. And they decided that the only way they were going to avoid paying this huge sum of money was to define a year on their own terms. And they decided that a year was 12 times 4 weeks. Because that's a month. So they said, no, strictly by defining a year, he lived for the full term.
But they've changed now, insurance companies, haven't they?
Yes.
Now they love to pay out. And they say, oh, to hell with the small print. Here's your money. That's a very... If that's true, yes.
I have an image of an early black and white film, of a Christmas film.
Yeah.
They had live candles all over the place, and live candles were all over the tree.
Johnny, I smelled 5 points quite right. Chicago Hospital burned down in 1885, the whole hospital, because of a candle on a Christmas tree. 3 separate Father Christmases died, and this isn't funny. It's not funny by bending down to pick up presents under the tree and their beards catching fire.
There's a Christmas to remember. You're that kid. Santa bends down, comes up.
Please. Now, which king appeared on the first British Christmas stamp?
George V. Wenceslas.
Yes. Yes. Right, so in 1963, the then Postmaster General was Tony Benn, and he launched a competition in conjunction with Blue Peter and the Post Office to design Britain's very first Christmas stamp. And 6-year-old Tasvia Shemza, that's her there on the right, she won with a Good King Wenceslas design. And James Berry, next to her, he got a 1 and 6pence stamp, but here is her stamp. So he was the only king on the stamp, because, of course, the monarch is Queen Elizabeth II. And Tasvia is in the audience. There she is. There she is, all grown up. Oh. Congratulations. Tasvia,
that's the longest round of applause we've ever had for anything. I love your stamp.
Tasvia, was the picture based on anybody?
Well, it was indeed, yes. It's not King Wenceslas, as people say. It was actually a picture of my dad.
Oh, a picture of your dad! There he is. I think you did very well with that.
Sorry, if your dad is wearing that hat, I think he's a bit above his station, isn't he?
What I love about this is the stamp was issued in 1966. So, in fact, Daleks, which were introduced in 1963, are an older Christmas tradition than Christmas stamps here in the UK.
More than £20 billion gets spent in the UK each Christmas, and 1/3 of all books, clothes and toys are sold in the last 8 weeks of the year. 150 million Christmas cards get sent, 7.5 million trees are decorated, and we buy enough wrapping paper to gift wrap Guernsey. So, let's just take a few moments then together and try to remember, why is Christmas Day on December the 25th?
Bring, bring, bring a ding. And it's the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Wallamy, wallamy, woo.
Well, I thought we'd get it out of the way. Yes.
Is that a very, very small fire, or are those huge stocks?
It's a midwinter solstice. It's a pagan festival that's been appropriated by Christianity.
There is a great deal of truth in that.
Do I get the points back?
You will certainly get some back. It was indeed, there's a Teutonic, Celtic and pagan view that if you survived the winter solstice on the 21st of December, you have a feast to celebrate. But also, there was the Roman god.
Was it Saturnalia?
There was the Saturnalia was also at that time of year, but there was Mithras.
Just the two of them were there?
Well, there are amazing things claimed about Mithras, and I'll read you some of them. He was a saviour, Mithras, sent to Earth to live as a mortal, through whom it was possible for sinners to be reborn into immortal life. He died for our sins, but came back to life the following Sunday. He was born of a virgin on December the 25th in a manger or perhaps a cave, attended by shepherds, and became known as the light of the world. He had 12 disciples with whom he shared a last meal before dying. His devotees symbolically consumed the flesh and blood of him. Because Mithras was a sun god, he was worshipped on Sundays.
Is he a tribute band?
He's often depicted with a halo around his head. Oh. And Mithraists gave each other gifts on December the 25th. The leader of the religion was called a Papa, and their HQ was on Vatican Hill in Rome.
And you're kind of writing off the chance that this was just a massive coincidence. And then one day they all went to the Vatican and went, what? Hang on.
Well, a lot of Christian scholars have since been very angry at some of this research which came out in 1903 about Mithraists, and they claim it's nonsense.
There's a few flaws, though, aren't there? I mean, I've never heard a bloke go, oh, Mithras, when he's coming. Have you?
No, you're right. I'm not sure that Christians would point to that as somehow a vindication of their religion. It's certainly true that there are dozens of religions in world mythology that have had visits by wise men, kings who've killed children to stop the new king being born. There's a great deal in Christianity that is traditional. And however wonderful people think the story is, it's frankly not original.
This is an interesting direction to start your Christmas special with.
Well, for me to thank Harry, Jimmy, Bill, and... Oh, wait a second. There's one little boy here who still hadn't had a present. But here's Santa! Hello, Santa. So, Santa, what have you got for Alan? Have a feel in Santa's sack, Alan. What can you... Have a feel. What can you... What's in there?
Ping pong balls.
Ping pong balls. Now, I know a very exciting thing you can do with ping pong balls, but it's quite loud and quite dangerous, so can you all put your ear defenders on?
Right.
So,
look
Jimmy,
at Carrie's ear defenders.
Carrie's ear defenders are very special.
Oh, you don't know, but you got me through some very difficult years. I only said that when you had the ear defenders on.
You go in the safe place, Jimmy, Carrie, and Bill. And ear defenders on in the audience, if you would. Good luck. Oh, well done.
Bye.
Right. Alan, you and I are going to the extremely dangerous place. I mean, kind of suicidal. To put the goggles on before the... Yeah, all right. And you've got gloves, which you don't need to have. Right, OK, so here we have the ping-pong balls. We're going to pour in liquid nitrogen, which is 196 degrees minus, that is. Really, really cold. We're pouring it into this bottle. And it's fine in the bottle, but if you put it in really hot water, obviously this is gas, which is in liquid form. And when it heats, it'll go back to gas. But there's so much of it, it'll expand and expand and expand, and the bottle will explode really rather violently. So if you put it in, there's hot water in there. We're going to add these ping-pong balls. And the moment the bottle goes in, Alan, pop in all of them. That's it. And I'll pop in all of mine. And then we've got about 5 seconds. Oh, let's go. Oh, gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, that's great.
That was genuinely like all our Christmases came at once.
Ding dong, merrily on high, and a very happy Christmas to you all!